Hey guys, I work so much on my Jeep, I figured I would start making videos on what I'm doing to upgrade this 1990 4.2 liter inline 6 YJ. I'm enjoying it so much. I bought it when it wasn't working, and I got it going, and I'll make a video of what I did there. But I figured I would start making videos on what has worked and what hasn't for me, and hopefully this can help you out as well. Today I'm going to show you I would like to get rid of, as you can see, there is no speaker. You can probably see my fingers back there. There's no speakers in here. It does have this little CD player, but I would like to put a Bluetooth in there. They come pretty cheap. So yeah, that's what I'm figuring out how to do today. If you look up the manuals and stuff, it says to take off these screws, kind of bend it back and get back there, but it's pretty impossible. This side's a little manageable, but the driver's side is impossible. So I've done some more research. Also at the same time, I want to do the inside black and red, or not black and red, white and red. So I've been able to paint this, but I wasn't sure how to take this off. So I figured, hey, if you can take this off, you can look at the speakers. So I'm gonna do two things at once, and that's paint this and do the speakers. But I noticed once when you take the glass off, or move it forward, all you have to do is, there's like these little screws that go into the top right here, and then you have to unscrew just one side of the visor where it holds it together. There's all these screws back here that looks like it takes off the dash. So I am going to clean that up and try to get it to getting open and cleaning it up. And this is, to me, I want to make this as new to me as possible. I've had this for almost a year now, and it is very fun to drive. Here she is from a standpoint. Obviously I've got the window and all of that off, but I'll show you a different picture. It actually just snowed here in Nashville, so I had a blast trying to help people out. But yeah, so let's get started on trying to take out this dash. Hopefully it'll help someone out if they want to upgrade their speakers. I've seen where you can like put speakers here, but I want to try to keep it as original as possible. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what happens. So actually what I'm going to do is, I just took this screw out, which it was already cracked before I did that. Instead of taking out all of these, I'm thinking that this is screwed in with this metal plate, which is actually what this is. So I'm assuming that if you unscrew this, it'll all come out as one piece. So I'm going to try that first and just take out, because I'll have to take them out anyway to get back there, but it doesn't look like there's many, maybe 4 of them, maybe 5. You can see a couple of them down there. Yeah, right there and there. So let me take those off. Okay, I took the screws out here and all through here. It looks like it is going to work. As you can see, I've already pulled it up some. And the screws that are right here, I was kind of worried that they might still be on the this metal part, but it actually just goes into a big hole, so you don't have to worry about the screws being into the actual frame. That's just for my 90, probably all the way up to 95 is the same thing. So all I have to do is take out the bottom thing so I can lift the dash up. But also, if you're just wanting to take off the dash and not the metal frame as well, it looks like there's screws back here that I just noticed that you can't get to until you move the glass down. So that might be handy for someone else if they're just wanting to take this piece off but not this. Looks like this is attached to here. through these screws. But yeah, so let's see if I can take it completely off. Okay, and there we go. This is off. As you can see, there's the speakers. It's all the way back in there. Now I don't have this completely off because I don't want to like take it all the way off. And if you did that, you're going to also have to take the steering column off and the steering wheel. I'm just wanting to clean it up and maybe paint it without having to worry about this too much. And to get back to the speakers, but now you can see how easy that is. I didn't have to unscrew any of these little screws. I thought I did because when I came on the driver's side, I felt like this one was stuck, but it actually was something back here. It was just like a grommet or something that just kind of keeps it in place, and I put it back and then took it back out, and so to make sure I wasn't breaking anything, but with a little bit of tugging and some wiggle room, it came all the way out. But hopefully that helps someone else that's curious about knowing how this actually comes off. Now I'm just gonna try to take the speakers out. Alright, and there's the speaker, or what's left of it. The only thing that was holding it in was these. They're kind of like grommets almost, but they do thread through. One thing, when I was getting this out, I thought it was actually stuck, but steel body, and it's a magnet. So just know when you're pulling it out, when you feel some resistance, it's actually just a magnet, because the only thing that actually gets it stuck is it like bumps up on this and then it like magnetized to it. So I don't have speakers yet. I have to see what kind of, if I need to buy any kind of harness or anything, because this is what the speaker came out of. But yeah, it's just one, 2, 3, 4 of these that the speaker just lays on. That's all that it is. But yeah. Okay, I was able to actually go to my local big box store and pick up some 4x6 speakers, which is the size for the 90 Jeep if you're gonna put speakers back into the side panel. Went ahead and got just a really cheap Bluetooth. I'm glad that it's just Bluetooth, no CD or anything. Makes it very simple. And so we'll place that into where that old guy is. I don't even know if it works or not. And then I got the harness just in case. So let's figure this out. Okay, also I've noticed this piece is not flush and this needs to be flush. It does come with this that kind of helps it to be flush, but it's still not perfectly flush, where this piece still rubs up against the metal. This bracket is supposed to go behind it, but I'm just going to rig mine up a little bit. And even though it doesn't say you can do this, I'm going to put mine where this bracket is actually on this side, whether it's right or wrong, and then I'll put this here. And what that does is it makes it where that this piece is not touching, because if it's touching this, which any other way with that bracket it does touch, I just don't want it to rattle or, you know, make it go through this metal and make it sound distorted. So whether I can do it or not, that's what I'm doing. Well, with the brackets I have, I can't do it that way, so I stand corrected. I'm gonna have to do it this way. I just don't know why they wouldn't have made it where it's, see how it's almost flush, but it's not flush. I could probably put some like rubber around it or something just to raise this up just a tad, but for right now, it's just gonna have to do. Alright, first speaker's in there. You can see it was a close one. I didn't get it all the way in there. You can see it's too tight, but I'm not going to put any screws or anything because this is so tight in there. It's not a perfect fit, but it'll do for right now. So sorry for the people that want it perfect. It's just a Jeep. It'll probably have to be replaced once when it gets wet anyway. But, yeah, I'll at least have some tunes. Alright, just so you can see it, here is the right side, or the passenger side. Just kind of in there. These things are a little bit too wide. So, but they're in there, they're not coming out. And the speaker's already flush, so it's not really going to matter. You're not even going to see it. And it ain't going anywhere. And again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is coming out of my own pocket. But I'm just going with the cheapest thing I could find at the big box store, local big box store. It's the JVC X270BT. And again, I didn't want any kind of CD player. I just wanted Bluetooth because my goal is to upgrade my Jeep where everything is more modern. So I want to have like a nice little tablet that controls everything, but this will do for right now. Okay, a quick little update on what I've had to do with the stereo. For some reason, when I come over here, the ground works as a ground, but for some reason my pink and purple white, those two wires, see if I can get them in. Yeah, these two wires, they're just not sending anything through it. And I'm not the first owner of this, and the wiring is just so weird. So if this happens to you, this is what I've done. I have come over here because my cigarette lighter still works, and so I just plugged it in hot and negative, because one's a switch and one's not for the cigarette lighter, because your cigarette lighter turns, or is supposed to turn off when you turn your key off. So I've got that going there, and then since my ground works, I've got it still going through the black wire there. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, as long as you have it going to some type of 12 volt power and then a power switch, that'll be your best route. I'm not sure what this is going to anymore, but it doesn't have any power, so hope this helps someone else out that might be having the same problem. Oh, and a side note, when I do turn, so you can see the radio is on, when I turn the key off, it turns off. When I turn it back on, give it just a minute, boom, turns it back on. And that's with it plugged in to the cigarette lighter. Okay, I've got the CD player in, my dash kind of back in. I still got to wrap the wires up, but because they're too long. But yeah, got the speakers on the sides, and let's see if we can play a song here. Try to play like a YouTube song. Let's see. Well, I got the front speakers, and then I just put some old speakers. They're kicker speakers, but in an old box. But yeah, sounds really good. I got some rattling that I got to figure out. I'm pretty sure it's because that speaker is still touching. But other than that, sounds really good. Thanks for watching.